Hey guys, how's everyone? It's what is it? It's Wednesday, right? It's the 23rd of 2024, October. I'll get it right. It's October 23rd, and it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna bring up my live stream. Then we're gonna look around. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat that Love Our Toy Pups is live. So if you want to go hang out with Love Our Toy Pups, and you know what? Who could blame you? It's a fun live stream. She's fun to chat with. You'll make some new connections. Hey, Corey. Corey says first. Yes, you are, my friend. Corey says hello. Let's see here with my cat. So we're gonna cruise around YouTube for just a minute and see if who else is live. Like I said, Love Our Toy Pups. I can't drop the link. Let's see. Our friend Jace is live. Let's listen in on Jace just for a quick second.
You haven't really missed anything yet, Roger. You're all good. I'll start off then.
Let's share him out. Guys, if you want to get in a good workout, go visit Jace right now. Let's see. Corey says, wait, my... 1 second. Yep. Normally, well, there's no normal, but sort of see how it goes. I was wondering how old are you, Corey? That sometimes, not always, but sometimes the conversation gets adult orientated, not R-rated, but we talk about some pretty deep subjects. Sometimes we talk about death, things like that. So just want to make sure it's okay with your parents that you're hanging out. 13. I remember being 13 well. So just give me a second here, guys. So check with your parents, and then if everything's cool, we get that mod status back. Mercedes says, hey, Corey. Mercedes, how are you? I'm seeing you all over the place today. I appreciate that. Love running into people. So we're talking about people who are live right now. Love Our Toy Pups is live. Jace is live. Trending Live TV. If you guys want to go listen to some karaoke, you can suggest a song and they'll sing it for you. Let's see. Give me a second, guys. So, Corey says I'm 13. Mercedes says I'm 26. What do you mean your dad is a chaser? What's a chaser, Corey? Okay, they don't worry. Gotcha. Mercedes says hi to Corey. Corey says Funk, I'm going to sub to you. Nice. Hey, Squirrel Sniper. How are you? Sniper says, greeting beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. That is Sniper's traditional greeting. Filled with love. Filled with a loving intent. So, as I mentioned, Jace is live. Trending Live TV is live. Love Our Toy Pups is live. All people who are good friends of ours. We're going to keep cruising around. I saw someone else who was live. Goga. Goga is live. Are you guys subscribed to Goga? I hope so. For a couple reasons. Goga's a great guy. Goga is a fellow yogi. We're going to listen in for a second.
This channel only needs to get 1K and then they'll be fully monetized. Only 39.
If you want to,
for her, only 30 to go for her to get 1K and 4K.
If you want to grow your channel, one of the best places to go. If you want to learn the ins and outs of YouTube, Goga is the place to go. Now, I'm biased because, as I mentioned, Goga is a fellow yogi. As well. Sorry, guys. I know I look a little distracted. I'll get in the groove. We'll hit the groove in a little bit. And just to make sure that we get our friends a shout out. And I'm going to share them out. So again, I'm biased. Goga's a fellow yogi as well. He is featuring me on his Sunday sermon. Can you guess which day that's going to be? It's going to be on Sunday. And we are going to talk. We're going to talk about the theme. We'll talk about everything. I never stay on track. I never stay on a single topic. Ever. Hey, Signature. Corey says, I can't find you. Let me try again. Hold on for a second, Corey. I'm going to help you out. I just want to make sure that our friend Goga is properly shared out. So yeah, I never say. There you go. I faded out. We don't normally cuss here. Every once in a while, though, just some heavy subjects come up. Nope, I just froze. Not me personally. I was still in motion. But something happened. So that should help you find some subs. So I'm going to listen into Goga very, very quickly. Feel free to listen in as well.
Thank you so much for supporting. Althea, welcome, Natural Light. Althea, welcome, nice to see you. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you
So,
doing? How you doing?
You hear how enthusiastic.
Mr. Fariwe, are you friends with Naomi Njoroge? Mr. Fariwe.
How enthusiastic, how effervescent our friend Goga is. City says, thank you. Nice. I don't know what's going on with my live stream. I keep going in and out. So we're going to listen in just for a few minutes here.
Yes. Is there anybody in the chat I've not greeted? Do we start the class? Do we start the class? Look at the
Let's
job
see. Who else do we have here?
Well, look at that progress.
Amparo Garcia says Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. He was a great. And McDonald's. What's up with McDonald's? Corey says now you have the same subs as me. Nice. Mercedes says, yes, I do. Here you go.
That is the guest for the Sunday service.
Listening to Goga.
Set it up. We had an amazing call yesterday. Eric is going to be my guest on the Sunday service. You better be there. We are going to talk about healing. We are going to talk about forgiveness. And we are going to talk about silencing the noise. Those of you who are very in tune with your, those of you are like in search
you guys
for
listening?
inner peace. I've got you the guest for it. I have got you the guest for it. I've got you the
Amparo
guest for it. So
Garcia
make sure you don't
gives
miss
us
the
an
Sunday
emoji.
service at 7:30
What do you think about the
East
presidential
African
debate?
Time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern.
It was a good debate.
Time. I don't know what time it is in like the West Coast, but you get the point. Yeah, so that's the New York time. New York time at 12:30 will be with just a yogi. He'll be sitting with me on the panel and we'll be having an amazing conversation.
Just a second.
Because I know you guys love receipts. Some of you have already said, I need to go and see who this guest is. I need to go and Google them. I need to go and see what they do in their channel. Then when they come on Sunday, I know everything about it. Because you people have receipts, that's what I'm telling you.
Corey says,
that
I can't
the
really
agenda
understand.
you'll be
Listen, but
in
can't really
Western
understand.
Sunday service. We've already scheduled the live stream. It is going down. It is going down on Sunday. Salito, Salina. Oh my goodness, my sister will let.
He's a very, very enthusiastic person. All right, now we're back on track. I apologize, guys. That was our friend Goga. Goga has a great YouTube channel. He has been so kind and gracious as to invite me to be a guest on his live stream Sunday. It'll be at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to talk about how he said, hey, Austin, we're going to talk about self-inquiry. We're going to talk about healing. We're going to talk about forgiveness. And as he said, going beneath the noise of our everyday life, which, yes, it is possible. Sometimes we don't even know how noisy things are in here until we get a little bit of silence. And then it's like, wow, that was there this entire time. And all these years, I've been listening to the chatter going on in my mind, believing that it's me. It isn't you. So Mercedes says, we get the best of both worlds, either our first woman or Trump again. That's an interesting way of thinking of it, my friend. Let's see. Mercedes says, you have a girlfriend, Corey? Corey says, needs more people like you. YouTube needs more people like you. Corey says, nope. It'll happen. So what's up, Austin? Let's see. Mercedes says, do you want a girlfriend? As for me, I have an ex-wife. I have an ex-wife who is presently still my best friend, my significant other, the person that I want to spend time with more than anyone else. Not saying a whole lot. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I don't want to spend a lot of time with most people, but she stands out. I'm not a hermit. I'm not recluse. I'm a little reclusive. But I'm enjoying my time away outside of society. Just a bit. Mocha is my link to the world. Poor Mocha. Let's see. Hey, Bob, how are you? I didn't see you live today, Bob. How is everything? Austin's waving at Corey. Corey says, yes, kind of. It'll happen, Corey. So Mercedes says, 26. Sniper says, Corey, does your parents know you are online talking? That's what I had asked, Sniper. Let's see. Empora says, I smoke a lot of Mary Jane. How do I stop? First off, do you truly, truly want to stop? And I'll be honest with you. I haven't found a whole lot of reliable ways for people to quit. Gritting your teeth and just stopping works for a short period of time. Here's what works. Drinking, smoking anything. Learn your mind. Learn about your addiction. Gently, easily. Don't try to stop yet. Do something contemplative. Meditate. Take walks in nature. Just get a little bit of that glimpse of silence. And the addiction starts to fade completely on its own. Maybe it'll take a week. Maybe it'll take a month. Maybe it'll take a year. It doesn't matter. You're not fighting your addiction. That's the problem. When you battle your addiction, you will be battling for life. And you'll just trade it for another addiction. You'll be addicted to fighting. Addicted to fighting your addiction. You'll be going to meetings 7 days a week for the rest of your life. Nothing the matter with that. Because I'll tell you what, it surely beats being caught in the throes of an addiction. However, hey, Isabella, there's a gentler way, an easier way, and a more profound way. The things that you learn about yourself will be amazing. If you can meditate, if you can deeply pray, don't pray to overcome your addiction, pray to hear the voice of God every day. And as Herman Melville said in Moby Dick, Corey says, can I time out Mercedes? Nope, we don't time anyone out, if possible. And Mercedes is a friend. As Herman Melville said, silence is the only voice of God. So what you're praying for isn't to end your addiction, isn't to accomplish anything. It's to hear the silent voice of God every day. And when you can hear that, then you start hearing the voice of God in everything, in a bird song, in the wind. So Corey, do your best not to judge anyone. You know, everyone's just being their self. There's no weird here. Well, everyone's weird. All of us are weird. And we accept each other for our weirdness. We salute our weirdness. Squirrel Sniper's been around, and he can tell you, him and I, we're both pretty weird. And we wear that proudly. I don't know who's weirder. Maybe that'll be my poll this evening. Who's weirder, Squirrel Sniper or Yogi? You guys get to vote. And Para says, praise you, man, good advice. I hope it helps. Sniper says, Amparo Garcia, greetings. Find an interest, hobby, passion. Excellent advice. Cora says, but I won't. Mercedes says, you better not time me out. Cora says, I won't. Nice. Amparo says, you're right. I used to be an athlete, but now getting older. Life is just passing, and life's a big blessing, man. And we all here as passengers to life. We are, absolutely. More than just passengers, we're deep participants with life. So find yourself participating in life. Whatever you do it with absolute love. Do it with unconditional love, whatever it is. Fall in love with what you're doing. Even when you're doing something you don't particularly want to do, can you fall in love with it? Remember, love, according to St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians, always patient, always kind, always accepting. Love doesn't mean you have to like something. It means that you are open to it. You are allowing it. Not only that, you're curious about it. Hey, Eric LaPointe, how are you? Eric says hi, Yogi, in chat. Eric has come down off his tractor to have a conversation with us. This is a good week. 2 days? 2 days of tractor live stream. And both of them were really awesome live streams. It was a lot of fun hanging out. Sepa says, Corey, she's joking. Yes, she is. Sepa says, Corey, you're 13. You don't understand people yet. I'm 59, and I'm not sure I understand people yet. Sepa says, Corey, she's joking. Corey says, oh, okay, thanks. Everyone's saying hi to Eric LaPointe. Corey says, you watching while mowing? Yes, 2 days. 2 days of tractor. We need a clever slogan for that. Tractor live stream tractor doesn't quite catch it. Live streaming with Tractor Eric. Squirrel says, hope that tractor got lights. So, Corey, don't worry about what other people say or do, especially online, on the internet. The internet is a wide and deep, infinite place. There's always going to be something going on that doesn't sit well with us, doesn't please us, upsets us, whatever, the quicker, man, at 13, if you can learn to let stuff go, if you can learn to simply be Corey, not worry about anything else or anyone else. By not worry, I don't mean not care. There's a big difference between caring and worrying. You will be ahead of the game, my friend. So I didn't see what Mercedes might be joking about or not joking about. Tractor and chat. All right, that's good. I like that. Why did I miss that? Tractor and chat. Corey says, if you're 26, no, I'm sorry, but 13, sure. Hey, poor man, how are you? Poor man says, what's up, yo? Mercedes says, you were too young for me, Corey. I would say so. Austin says, hi to Eric. Sniper says, Corey Dykes, what people say or think about you is none of your business. That's the trick. And that's a big thing to get at any age. But man, I wish I got that when I was 13. I would have cruised through my teenage years. I would have been the coolest. As it was, I was not the coolest. I was convinced that I was the coolest, but nobody knew it. No one knew it but me. And if I could just go around convincing people how cool I actually was, how much better my life would be. Had I been wiser, who's wise when they're 13? I would have just let everything go, just been myself. Fortunately, it didn't take much longer for me to start figuring that out. High school, I realized that, you know what? I was the most popular person that I was ever going to be without doing or needing anyone else. I was my own popularity. I was number one. Meaning that I no longer chased anything else or after anyone else. I didn't chase after girls. I didn't chase after being number one in sports. I didn't, nothing. For whatever reason, I just sort of luckily found my lane, and my lane was being Eric. No one else could do that as well as me. To be honest, no one else wanted the job. I was the only one applying to be Eric. However, poor man says, doing well, and you? I'm doing pretty well. Corey says, I have one question, Eric McCartney. Have you ever been robbed or broken into? I have. I have been robbed as in mugged. I have had things broken into, things stolen. Not fun. Eric Point says, hey, poor man in yoga and Austin. So, man, what an important thing if you could learn that earlier. Definitely earlier than me, and I think I learned it earlier than most. And I think it was because I was so shy, I was so awkward, that it seemed insurmountable for me to be something other than I was. You know what I mean? It was, maybe I'm inherently lazy. I could put in a whole lot of effort pretending to be someone else. That would have been exhausting. Let's see. Austin says, had a squirrel. Corey says, I know I am telling you that. Well, I'm forget that. But you got me lost there. Eric Point says, hey, Funk. Corey says, okay. Mercedes says, who are you talking to, Corey? Yeah, I'm a little lost too. Corey says, I know you're 26 and I'm 13. I've been trying to tell you that. Hey, Odom. Poor man says, I'm getting smaller, 150-pound bag for shouldering and more reps. Nice. There's a lot to be said for repetition work with the bag, especially repetition shouldering, because you can do so much. You can do a higher rep shoulder squat down, shoulder squat down. You could do shoulder squat down, shoulder squat down into a bear hug, and then carry it for a distance. It's heavy sandbags are a lot of fun, but a little bit lighter when you can rep out like that and you know that you got different movements you can do. Changes the whole workout. Poor man waves at Odom. Odom. Someone, it was Squirrel Sniper, mentioned he was climbing a fig tree earlier today. And I said, if you say figs a couple more times, our friend Odom's going to show up. Yep, there he says. Sniper says, greetings, Odom. We were talking figs this morning. Hey, Asia, how are you? All right, everyone's saying hi. Mercedes says, hey, Squirrel, how are you? How old are you? How old am I? How old are I? Poor man says, kind of limited with the 200. I can pick it up to chest, but no shoulder. Decades ago, when I was doing heavy sandbag work, someone told me that shouldering, it was actually Zach Evan Esch. If you guys can find him online, he incorporates all kinds of strongman movements into practical workouts. Great stuff. And he had said shouldering was the single greatest exercise. It beat kettlebell swings, beat regular squats. Shouldering a sandbag was the single greatest exercise you can do. And he might be right. However, it's so versatile. You could shoulder 5 times, shoulder the other 5, plop the bag down, do 25 burpees. Or throw in a squat. Shoulder, squat 5 times, shoulder, squat 5 times, throw it down, then do burpees. Or push-ups on the bag. Or it's unlimited. Odom says, Eric Lapointe, you always have a great live stream. Eric Lapointe does always have a great live stream. You know what? Eric Lapointe has such a great live stream. I'm just floating this by. Just floating this by. You let me know what you think. I'm thinking about getting my own tractor. Just a yogi, riding on a tractor, talking about burpees. You let me know if is that workable for you guys. Or I could skip the tractor. I could just talk about them. Just a yogi talking about tractors in his office. However, the problem with that is I said the word tractor, and that is everything I know about tractors. I know what they were called. I know they're called tractors. And I know John Deere makes a darn good tractor. Hey, Daisy, how are you? Daisy says, hello, Yogi. Hello, my friend. It's nice to see you. Eric says, thanks, Odom. Odom says, I'm getting old, 49 next month. I got you by a decade, Odom. We're going to have a birthday celebration for Odom. I'm going to have, Odom's birthday. We're going to have a fig-centered live stream. Everything is going to be fig-centered. Man, I'm going to be 60 in April. And you know what really isn't great about 60? You have all the stuff of old age, but you can't collect Social Security yet. Semper says, Mercedes, you said you were 26. Mercedes says, yes, she is. Poor man says, you ever check out the Stone Circle channel? Guy says, strong. I did check him out. It actually turned out I was subscribed to him. Hey, Road. Let's see. Roger says surfing over with LOTP4. What's that? But I appreciate you being here. Sniper says, where are you from, Mercedes? Sniper says, greeting Road. Daisy says, hi, Eric, tractor guy. So we get the thumbs up. We get full approval from Eric Lapointe to go 100% tractor. Odom says, figs. There is a deep love for figs with Odom. I like figs too. I love fig trees. I love the fruit for figs. Some say, Odom and I talked about this, some say it was actually a fig tree in the Garden of Eden and not an apple. It was obviously not an apple, as apples were not native to, if we take the Bible literally, if you would like to, it's not native to that part of the world. If we take the Garden of Eden figuratively, which I'd like to do, because I always like to point out that in Genesis, it is said that God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. But nowhere in the rest of the Bible does it say Adam ever woke up. Adam is still asleep. Adam is the prototypical, the primordial person, the Omega, the Alpha and the Omega, still asleep in the garden, dreaming this world into existence, dreaming all of us into existence. And when he wakes up, we merge back with God, figuratively speaking, or not. So anyway, since tractors are probably out, how about just a Yogi and a riding mower? Something smaller, a little more manageable. Since I don't really have a yard, how about just a Yogi with a push mower? I don't know if that would be as exciting as Eric Lapointe on a tractor. But again, I'm just snowballing. You guys let me know what you think. Daisy's laughing. Mercedes says, Corey, where are you? Corey says, hello, everyone. I want to do something. I'm back. Welcome back. Let's see. Corey says, I don't know what you're talking about, but 2 + 2 = 5. I agree. 100%. Although you and I have different ways of figuring that out. Daisy is laughing. Says, LOL, push mower. So, push mower is not it. The fig sap is slightly toxic. It's a skin irritant. I didn't know that. And Eric says, fig has to be it, I believe. It's one of the oldest cultivated foods. That dates as well. Excellent point, Eric Lapointe. And we all know Odom would have been tempted by a fig. If an attractive young lady in a garden walked up to Odom and said, hey, would you like a fig? He wouldn't even notice the attractive young lady. He'd be like, sure, whoever you are, I'll have a fig. So be careful with the fig tap. I didn't know that. Squirrel Sniper is our resident expert on all things tree related. Odom says, I use a push mower myself. Any particular reason, Odom? It's a good workout. I'm just wondering, because you got property that you mow. I got basically a lot. I'm in a townhouse. Sniper says, Corey, what's 1 + 1 × 1? Eric points laughing. Corey says 3. Odom says, yes, Eric Lapointe. I think so. It's talked about in the Bible. Odom says, no, I wouldn't give me the fig. As much as I do like figs, I prefer dates. Dates are indeed, figs are a superfood. Dates are a superfood. I've mentioned before foods that you can add in your diet that will literally change your health in a matter of days. I think figs might be one. Dates for sure. 6 almonds, all you need. 1 Brazil nut, and you could have 1 Brazil nut a week. It's so high in selenium, you don't need too much more. It actually balances out your hormonal system. It'll help you produce more testosterone if you need it, or it'll help level out the balance between testosterone and estrogen if needed. Walnuts, excellent for brain health. If you're worried right now, you shouldn't be. You guys are younger than me, but if you're worried, if you have Alzheimer's that run in your family, walnuts will help prevent that. Blueberries, truly superfood. You know, every so often, like goji berries and other stuff is touted as a superfood, and it probably is, but stick with blueberries. All you need. Get organic blueberries. Organic because they have the toxic 11 fruits and vegetables that retain more toxins than others. Blueberry is one of them. So if you're eating blueberries, make sure you get organic blueberries. Legumes. Half a cup of legumes every day will change your health. You'll lose weight. You will be regular, if that's an issue with you guys. It will balance your blood sugar level. Sepa says, makes great firewood if seasoned for a few years. Mercedes says, okay. Odom says, I only have, well, you really make use of your property, Odom. That's incredible. Only have, is that a 0.58 acres of acre? Odom says, have you tried jujube? I haven't. But I remember you talking about them. Sniper says, I do stripes and English country garden stripes too. Sniper says, shrooms for dementia. Shrooms for stroke victim. Well, I won't say too much about it now, as we have a few younger people in the audience, but I'm in agreement with Sniper, as well as for terminally ill patients, to change how they view the upcoming transition. I would say for everyone. Imagine if some of our political leaders had experimented a bit, how different their mindset would be. If you have one glimpse of divine union, if you let the ever-present reality of reality shine through just a crack, and you see that what we experience is not reality, it's our perception of reality. We are living through our perceptions, not reality itself. Now, here's the thing, as Huxley said, that you can use that plant medicine to, it's like opening a door. But every time you do it, it's the same door, and you go into the same garden. The much preferred method, meditation, because now it opens you to the infinite itself. Plant medicine takes you into a room, but it still isn't, it's a room within the infinite. You want to crack open the door, crack open the windows, and fly out of one of them into the infinite itself. Meditation will take you there safely, surely, repeatedly. And not only that, it makes you a more functioning human being. Meaning, it makes you kinder, more empathetic, more compassionate. That's what the world needs. The world will never be healed by someone picketing, by someone carrying a sign, a placard. I was hoping I would get an opportunity to use the word placard sometime. It doesn't fit up. It doesn't come up in everyday conversations. You don't run into a neighbor and say, hey, shake their hand and say, placards. What do you think? Never happen. Never will. Unless someone happens to be in the placard business, which is a possibility, I guess. They got to come from somewhere. Let's see. Corey says, what's 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2 equals 5. Corey says, I don't know what you look like, Mercedes. Odom says, guava leaf tea helps reduce blood pressure. I think he mentioned that once before, too. As do beets. Beets are wonderful for blood pressure. The problem is not everyone likes beets. The reason why not everyone likes beets is because they are sick and slimy when they slide out of a can. No beet should ever come from a can. If you really, really want to enjoy beets, roast beets. Roast them. On an open flame, even better. Let's see. Sniper says, in the we've gone through this before. Sniper's going to have to help me again. Fibonacci. How did I do? Fibonacci sequence does not have a number 4. Corey Dykes. And he gives us an example. Hey, Oscar. Good afternoon, Master Yogi. Hope you're having a good day. Good hump day. I am, Oscar. Thanks. How are you? Eric Point says, Oscar the Great. Mr. V8 American Muscle. Sniper says, you got it, 100%. First time for, you know what they say about the blind squirrel. If I say it often enough, I'm not sure I can say it again. Once I get lucky, man, the problem is, can I repeat it? And it almost never happens again. But I'm glad I got it this time. So give me a week before we talk about him again, so I can bask in my pronunciation glory. Because you guys know how little I get to bask, especially in pronunciation. I'm just happy that I was able to say pronunciation. So yeah, I'm going to take a week. I'm going to take a complete week of basking in my glory. Corey says, goodbye, everyone. I'm going to go watch some other vids. Goodbye. Take care, Corey. Appreciate you hanging out. So, let me get back to placards. For whatever odd reason. It'll never change the world. It never has. No movement, no political movement, no religious movement has ever changed the world for the better. People can argue that. But the things that are happening now are just more sophisticated things that were happening 2,000 years ago. Neighbor is still fighting, killing, bickering with neighbor. We are still arguing about and fighting about and killing for borders. We have very few positioning for power to lord over the many who continue to suffer. We have children who are starving. It's the same story. We're just more sophisticated about it. Squirrel Sniper and I have talked about this before. We have the capabilities of feeding every single starving child today, right now. We have the food, and we have the capabilities of getting that food to no child tonight has to go to bed hungry. Except we have the thought that it can't be done, or the thought that someone else should do it, or the thought of, that's a good idea, it's good in theory, but man, I got my own problems. I got bills to pay. I got to get up early, go to work. I got to do this, I got to do that, and the world stays the same. How's the world ever going to change? And it can change. It can change in an instant. Having a different thought about the world. This is why Course in Miracles echoing Buddhism, echoing yoga, says, do not seek to change the world. Seek to change how you perceive the world. So God didn't create a world that allows for starving children. We did. That's on us. We can't say well, God created the world and there must be a reason for starving. There's no reason, zero reason for a child to starve. There is zero reason to go to war. Zero. Let's see. Eric says bye to Corey. Oscar says, I'm doing great. A little frustrated, but life is good so far. I'm at work listening. Appreciate you listening. What's up with the frustration? Hey, Ginger. Ginger says, Yogi, well put, it's the same story. It is, but it doesn't have to be. We keep living in the same paradigm. You want a different world, you need a paradigm shift. This is why Buckminster Fuller said, dare to be naive. When you say, I want to change the world by changing how I think about the world, and people say, nope, this is what it's meant, what I've been talking about for the past couple of days. You are told 2 + 2 = 4. And so the world is. Simple mathematics. You can't argue mathematics. The world is 2 + 2 = 4. The same old, same old, same old. However, reality itself, infinite reality, love, who we are, is 2 + 2 = 5. That's just a way of retraining the mind, thinking outside of the cookie cutter structure that we've inherited. What if we believed? What if we lived our lives 2 + 2 = 5? Thinking outside of the box, using a different color crayon, coloring outside the lines. What would we have then? Let's see. Ginger says, poor me or poor you. It's sad. I agree. It is. It is, Ginger. Eric LaPointe is waving at Ginger. John says, I'm with you, Oscar. I hope you can feel better. Let's see. Oscar says, I'm frustrated with my body. Hey, Oscar, you are blessed with a body. You are blessed with a body that will take you to where you want to be. The body that you have now is doing the reps that will get you with the body that you will have tomorrow, next week, a month from now, a year from now. So, man, view that body as a blessing. It is strong, it is healthy. You're able to do burpees. And you will get there. Poor man says, risk Oscar. Oscar says, thank you, John Dale. Yeah, wrist, guys, it's annoying. Have you tried doing burpees with handles, dumbbells, taking some of the pressure off the bent wrist? Another thing, it doesn't always have to be, poor man says handles for sure. It doesn't always have to be rep after rep of burpees. What if you did 1 burpee for every 5 squats? What if you did a Jacob Colby style? Burpee, jumping jack squats, burpee, jumping jack squats. What if you did fast walking and burpee breaks? What if you walked a mile and every 10th of a mile, you did 5 burpees? Got a message, hold for review. Nadeem says, my life is not going well. I was thinking of suicide. Suicide is a heavy topic, my friend. I am not a counselor. I'm not a suicide counselor. So definitely seek professional help. However, here's what I can do. I can be a friend. We can be your friends. We can give you a loving presence that you can just come. Don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. You can just come here, hang out, be among friends. Hopefully, maybe you can laugh a little bit. Maybe you can join in the conversation about placards or about figs or about dates or about burpees or just hang out. But if you're thinking that, you need a trained professional that will show you the way out of those thoughts. Eric Point says, I know the answer, Nadeem. Don't do it. Trust me, I agree with Eric Lapointe. It is a finality, and it does not offer you an escape route. It is not escape. It is not an escape. Oscar says, I tried using the board, but I think I'm not using it properly. Hey, dumbbells work really well. Ginger says, but they put it all into victims like traps into politics. Not going there. That's sad. No one is there for me. I had to fix to where I am. It's sad. It is sad. I agree. And again, Oscar says, life is worth more than you think. It is. It certainly is. Life is what allows you to fix the things that are hurting you. And if things are hurting you, they're hurting someone else. You can survive this, and you can help someone else survive it as well. You can be the person that is there for someone else who is feeling exactly what you're feeling right now. John Doe says, Nadim, we are friends here. You can still think and feel the things you wish. Absolutely. Thank you, John. Nadim says, I don't know what to do. I'm just frustrated with everything. Hey, frustration isn't a bad place to be. It means that you are aware of the issues concerning you. And now with that awareness, and that same awareness of the problem is the awareness of a solution. Might not be there right now, but by the simple allowance, by allowing that awareness to be, the solution will come. The solution will appear. If you're frustrated, life's not working out the way you want it to, you're frustrated with everything, that's your starting point. That's your starting point. Now you know where you are. Start thinking about where you would like to be. Let's see. William Sheesh says hi. Says a subbed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nadim says going on depression day by day. And says William Sheesh says, wait, it won't let me. Well, if you can't do it, that's okay. Nadim, I have been through depression for the entirety of my adult life. Probably back to my early teenage days, if not before. My mom suffered depression. There is a way out. Let me take that back. There is a way of navigating through depression with no small amount of joy in your life. When you realize depression happens, but you are not depressed, you are not the depression. Depression is something that happens through you, not to you. It's not who you are. All you need is that little bit of space. See, Eric says, Nadim, focus on things you can fix, not on things that are out of your hands. Thank you for that, Eric. Eric says hi to William. Sniper says, Nadim, it's okay. And thank you for that, Squirrel. Nadim says, please, someone help me get rid of this. William says, sheesh. William says, hi. Nadim says, totally addicted with the alcohol. Again, I have been through that myself. A decade. For me, it was a decade of slow suicide. I did not have the courage to confront suicide on my own. It was contemplated. But drinking myself, that was doable. So, please, someone help me get me rid of this. You're the one who can help you get through this. Don't think about getting rid of it. That's a big thing. What is occurring now is what's occurring now. Can you love yourself through this? Don't worry about getting rid of anything right now. But here's one thing you might notice. Here's one thing that might happen is that when you love yourself through this, you see the other side. You see the other side. And the other side is open and it's spacious and it's full of love. It's full of self-love. It's full of love for who you are, including everything that you've been through. When we think, help me get rid of this, that's such a huge step. But how about, can I find some small glimmer of joy right now? Right now. Getting rid of something's always in the distance. It's always in the future. You are never in the future, and you will never be in the future. You are always right now. Can you be happy and joyful even just a little bit? Can you find one glimmer, one little thing, one sliver of light to hold on to right now? John says, a game changer for me was to start finding something to live for. You'd be surprised what doing things does to help calm the mind. Absolutely. Wonderfully said. Chad says, alcohol, anything that takes the edge off of everyday poop. Life keeps throwing at me. I know, Chad, you and I have talked a bit about this in some of the morning. However, alcohol doesn't take the edge off. Ever. It dulls the senses, so we ignore it. The only thing that takes the edge off is knowing who and what you truly are. Period. And you got to find that out for yourself. You got to dive deep within. You got to do what John said. You got to do what Eric Lapointe said. You have to. The things that you can do right now. You know what you could do right now? You could go outside and breathe in nature and take a walk and look. Look around nature. Don't take your phone with you. Don't get distracted. Look for a squirrel. Look for a leaf. Look for a caterpillar. Look for a blade of grass. And just look. In the Talmud, Hebrew wisdom, it says, above every blade of grass, there's 1,000 angels whispering, grow, grow, grow. That's above every blade of grass. Get outside. Go barefoot in the grass and imagine how many infinite angels are whispering in your ear. Relax. Love yourself. Right now. Love yourself. When you get outside and you're in nature, it's a healing meditation. You don't have to do anything. Just be in nature. Then if you decide you want to take your phone with you, record something. Look for one thing that strikes you as infinitely beautiful, and do a 5-second, 10-second video clip. Share it on Facebook. This is my journey towards a brighter future, sharing it here. 10 seconds of a blade of grass, 10 seconds of a caterpillar, 10 seconds of the sun hitting a leaf as it's fallen. Whatever. It doesn't have to be that. Maybe it's running. Maybe it's just getting quiet, meditating, saying a prayer. Speaking of which, have you tried prayer? Not prayer where you're asking for something distant, but literally getting on your knees and asking God anything you want to ask, and then listening for an answer. Listening to the silence that comes. Silence is the answer. A silent mind is a blessing. He says, I have an anger issue due to the frustrations. Everyone is tired from me, even my family as well. So, Nadim, here's the amazing thing, and I hope you can begin to appreciate this. You are noticing. You know how many people have an anger issue and they don't even know they have an anger issue, and they careen through life blaming other people. Now you know. You have an anger issue. And in truth, you don't have an anger issue. Anger is just something that is happening. It's just something that's happening. In Buddhism, they liken it to that we are all the clear blue sky. Clear blue sky is always empty, but it allows for things to pass through. Anger is a passing cloud. Frustration is a passing cloud. You are not those things. The sky is always unaffected by whatever passes through. It does not argue with a bird. It does not argue with an airplane or a mountaintop or a reaching branch. It allows it to pass through. You experience anger because right now you don't know a sense of peace. But as you start discovering the peace of which you already are right now, you're that blue sky, anger starts to pass you by. Easier and easier and easier. But if you get angry at your anger, if you get frustrated at your frustration, you're just falling into a self-imposed trap. Jace says, yes, I beat you and made it before you finished. Welcome, my friend. I had you up and running, Jace. Junior says what Chad said, take a big poop. That can help. John says, boredom is a stepping stone to find what to do next. Man, that was awesome, John. I usually use boredom as a guide to find something next to do. Boredom is just possibilities. It's just possibilities. Chad says, that's good advice, but I don't love myself or life right now. It's easy to hate, hard to love. Depends on how you look at love. You're thinking of love as something that you can give or something that you can get. But love is who you are. But you've lost track of it. You've forgotten that. This is where, and Squirrel Sniper and I talk about this fairly often. Perception. The perception is life is hard. The perception is love is difficult. Difficult to find, difficult to hold, difficult to give, difficult to accept. Why believe your perception? Perceptions aren't reality. They are waves, fluctuating, vacillating waves within reality. They're not the thing itself. The map is not the territory. The menu is not the meal. The vacillating waves of the mind, the thoughts that we have, aren't who we are. They're just thoughts. Thoughts passing through. Who you are is love. You are love. If you are of the religious bent, God created the world in 6 days, and he looked around and said, it's good. He didn't say it's good, except for Chad. I think I might have messed up just a little bit with Chad. He didn't say it's good, but man, you know what? Could have done a little more work on Eric LaPointe. He could have been a little, I don't know, whatever. He didn't. It was good. Everything is good. Doesn't feel good because we keep dealing with perceptions. Don't worry about the perceptions. Keep coming back to the reality of you being love. Start from there. See what happens. Ginger says, I think he left. It's okay. We can keep talking about it. Because you know what? We've all been there. We've all dealt with our own anger issues. I talked about my drinking. I've talked about my own depression, suicidal tendencies when I was younger. But more importantly, the things that got me out of that. And you know what it was? Was not trying to get out of it. Accepting how things were. What a huge sigh of relief when I finally came to that conclusion. So this is how things are. And yet, I'm okay. What if I just didn't fight this? What if I just felt depressed without arguing with myself being depressed, without trying to constantly push it away, without dreading it? What if I just accepted? Right now, this is what's going on. But what about the next moment? What if I was curious? What if I was not just curious, but enthusiastic about what might happen next? I'm not always depressed. Go long stretches of time without it even entering as a thought. And now I see it coming as a cloud, and I don't fight it. I don't say, man, how long is this going to last now? Am I going to get through it? It's simply a cloud entering my life, and it will pass by because I know it has. And I know it's not who I am. Hey, Tandra. Hey, Northern Starseed, my friend. How are you? Could have made me taller. God made you the perfect size to sit on a tractor. Any taller, you might be bumping your head on low-lying branches. Eric LaPointe needs to be as tall as Eric LaPointe is, and no taller than that. I stand firm by that conviction. John Doe says, I love you, internet strangers. Man, isn't the internet an awesome place? We hear all kinds of stuff, all kinds of bad stuff. No one here has ever spent any time together off of the internet. Every once in a while, I have some offline friends pop in and chat. Our friend Jess, she's a friend. Empress of the New Earth. Mocha. I've heard good things about Mocha. I hope you guys have the good pleasure of being in a conversation with Mocha, online or in person. But man, one person showed up and everyone here was able to pull in for them. So, John Doe, I love you, internet stranger, too. Jay says, Eric, I must thank you. My live was easy tonight. You pushed me earlier and motivated me. Thank you. I mentioned this morning that I'm a evangelical for Jace and his routine. For Jace. Because the routine came from Jace. It came from Jace's mind. And what he said this morning, can you repeat that, Jace? It was, I saved it. I should have wrote it in my big book. Hopefully Jace will repeat it. It just struck me as infinitely wise. A way of getting the fitness, the well-being, and the health that you want. Minimal effort. You, your body, the floor, a towel, and less than an hour. Let's see. Nadim says, everyone here in the comment box laughing at my situation. Absolutely not. Everyone here is sending you love, my friend. Everyone here has opened up pretty much with their own suffering, things that they've been involved with, things that they've done, things they're going through right now. Our friend Chad has been very open with what he's been going through. John says, no, Nadim, we love you. Absolutely. Hey, Buddha. Buddha says, hey, Yogi brother. Here in the background, sir. Thank you, Buddha. Eric Point says, never. Absolutely not. We've had all kinds of people come into the live streams, but I don't think there's ever been anyone, no matter if we all got along with them or not, who ever would laugh at anyone in any situation they find themselves in. Nadeem says, maybe I leave this world soon. Or, again, you could just allow yourself to be curious. Is it possible that you could love yourself through this right now? Is there a possibility at all that tomorrow when the sun rises, you might be struck by that first light and fall in love with how beautiful the world actually is right now. That those veils, the illusionary veils that keep you from seeing that beauty of not just the world, but yourself as well, might fall, might part just for an instant. Let's see. Northern Star Seed says, I'm really good, Yogi. Thank you. How are you? Starseed, I'm doing pretty well, my friend. Thank you. Ginger says, Sandeem, why would we laugh? We're still talking about, still talking. Trust me, I can have this room laughing like a light switch. This is not funny or okay. Thank you, Ginger. And man, true words from Ginger. We have had some big laughs on the live streams. But right now is not one of them. John says, Eric, I love you said we shouldn't aim to permanently be in a good emotional state. Things are always in a state of change. Absolutely. When Buddha sat under the Budai tree and he said, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to get up until I achieve enlightenment. And he meditated. And Mara was the demon that came by and threw everything at him to dissuade him. Although Mara was helpful. You don't see it that way until later, that throwing all that stuff, throwing the distress, throwing the depression, throwing the hunger, all that helped him in his resolve. Not this, not this, not this. And he sat. And when he woke up, or came out of his meditation, 4 noble truths. For me, the first 2 are the most important. Life is suffering. Man, what a thing to base an entire world religion or philosophy on. Suffering. No one wants to be told life is suffering. For one, we already know that. What are you going to do about it? Well, the Buddha answered that. He actually didn't say suffering. He said dukkha. Dukkha in Pali, the original language of the Buddha, means dissatisfaction. That life is always changing. It's always in motion. We're happy one minute, in distress the next. But Buddha said there is a way out of it. We suffer because we cling to that which is inherently changing constantly. We hold on to our attachments. We constantly try to push away the things that we are adverse to. We hold on to a identity, who we think we are, and life pushes us in another direction. We try to hold on to a relationship, the relationship ends. So we continuously suffer. We try to stay sober, we end up drinking. What the Buddha said is, if you, instead of clinging, if I cling, if I look at my hand and I'm clinging to something, it's tight. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to suffer because I'm clinging to nothing. If I open my hand, everything passes through, lightly and gently. Everything passes through. I'm no longer clinging. I'm no longer grasping. Life doesn't have to fit my expectations. And I don't need to change all of my expectations to fit life. I can just hold things lightly. Sometimes I have an expectation. Sometimes they come true. Sometimes they don't. That's life. Life is motion. However, there is a stillness of which life happens through. Not separate from life, but it's who we are. It's who we are. That silence of the mind that allows for all the thoughts to pass through. Hey, Selma. Let's see. Northern says, always strangers who are your biggest support. I agree. Ginger says, Nadeem, this is not funny. People do not respond like that. We certainly don't. Someone says, Puppy Mommy is live. Someone hit me from her channel again. We'll work it out. She'll work it out for you. You can trust that she will. Thread says, Yogi, I got a beef. What's up with that, Thread? Yogi straight tripping. I have in the past. Tanja says, Sama, hi there. I can drop a message to her live if you will help. If that will help. Thank you, Tanja. So Tama's going to see if she can help you. Starseed says, that's great to hear. Yogi, thank you. Tandra's going to help now. So I had promised Tandra that I would go to some of that live stream. So we're going to shut things down in just a few minutes. Hey, Global. Global's getting his work done on Friday. Global says, hi, everyone. Got some, what is that? Funny? Ginger says, is Thread here still? I think so. Funny new vids. Gotcha. Let me bring you up. You guys subscribe to Follow Me Global? This is a fun channel. He has a fun channel, but Global's a good guy. So I got you up right after the live stream. I'm going to check in with our friend Toy Pups, and then I'm going to watch some of the new videos. Jay says, I'm back. Film call Selma. Global says, how is everyone? Doing well, Global. Thanks for asking. Starcy said, fighting them emotions can sometimes keep you in an obsessive loop of trying to feel better, through which tires your brain more. As Yogi said, you accept that in this moment. This is how you feel. Wonderfully said, Northern Starcy. Tandra says, oh, Toy Pups is here. I'm just going to go visit you. Is looking into it now. Selma says, tell her to come find me. Hey, Selma, she always knows she can find you here if she needs to. Toy Pup says, Selma, you were here. Took all my moderators off again. Think I know who's doing it. Hey, Kayla. Man, Toy Pups, I'm sorry that's happening on your channel. And I'm sorry that it's happening to Selma. Jason, Selma, you're okay? We were here with you. Yes, we are. And hey, Selma, remember, Toy Pups always knows she can find you here. So you're never lost. You're never cut out. You're always with friends. Toy Pup says, it's okay. I think it's admin. Toy Pup says, thank you so much, guys. Keep my Selma safe. Absolutely. Northern Cersei says, thank you for having us, Yogi. We appreciate you. Thank you for the welcoming, everyone. You're awesome. I've been really blessed with good friends that come by and visit. And Starseed, my friend, I'm really happy. My cat is, for some reason, staring at me ominously. I'm happy that you are one of them, my friend. Sniper says, what's the problem? Love or Toy Pups? Hey, if I can make a recommendation for a moderator's moderator, for someone to keep things on the straight and narrow, Squirrel Sniper. Selma is asking for help. She's helping you now, Selma. Oh, Jace has an excellent suggestion. That's an easy fix for the Hun. Make Selma managing mod. Can't be timed out other than yourself. I didn't know that. Excellent. Excellent. Selma's Toy Pup says Selma is hidden from my channel. Challenges aside to Northern Starseed. Took all moderators off again. Again, most of all, I'm really sorry that someone would do that to our friend Selma, but I'm also really sorry that someone would disrupt your live stream in your channel by doing that. Maybe they did it inadvertently, or they think it's helping you in some way. But man, any mod should ask before they take such a step. Just my thoughts. Junior says, Yogi, you are awesome and positive, even if it seems like a bored kid. One of the things I've discovered, I don't like thinking learned, because when we say learned, it means that we are gaining something that is outside of us. But discovering means it was there all along. We just were unable to see it for whatever reason. That people are either extending love, or they are asking for a healing or asking for help. Nothing in between. So every attack, everyone that seems like a bored kid, everyone that is here with a heavy issue that they want to deal with, everyone that's angry, they're asking for a healing or they're asking for help. Who am I to say no? I can't say that I can help everyone, but I can accept it and offer love in return. The only thing I can do. Selma says it was Emperor. So thank you, Ginger. Sniper says, Jace, exactly, problem solved. So now we just need to get her unhidden. Starseed says, Tandra, hello. Jace says, Scroll, I have that spanner in many chats. It does happen. Someone says, please help me, somebody. She is working on it now. Sniper says, Ginger, what was that for? Oh, I was thinking I'm like super behind. Hey, Bound Chen, how are you? Someone says I'm going to cry again. Blessings to you, my friend, Northern Starseed. Toy Pup says, don't, Selma. Jace waves it, bang. Song says, Selma, try to comment now. Ginger says, Squirrel, sorry, I didn't see him type anymore. I honestly think he is giving Yogi crap. Almost always. We did bond over Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he gives me crap in a nice way. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, it's not like I don't deserve to be given crap. It's my karmic debt. I'm happy to pay it. Bang waves at Jace. Jace says Songo. Rick Point says, I wonder who did it, Yogi. Eric the Point has some theories. Bang says, Selma, don't worry. I got hid from my favorite channel just yesterday. Someone says I tried, it's not letting me. It will. They will work it out. Nadim says, please help me. Nadim, my friend, I can honestly say, all we can do is be a friend. We can ask you not to take any drastic steps or measures because we are your friend and that we care about you. but I can say that you can help yourself. And in fact, that's the only help available. Even if you had professional help, they guide you to the answer. They don't give you the answer. We can all say, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And we can all say that empathetically. Don't do it. And mean it. Don't. Please don't. But you can help yourself. And here's the question. What steps are you doing to help yourself? Are you praying? Are you meditating? Are you reading books that might have a solution? Are you getting outside in nature and breathing fresh air? Are you exercising? Have you tried to go an hour without drinking? And if you go an hour without drinking, have you thought about 2 hours without drinking? Have you thought about just one day? I wrote something for my stepdaughter a decade ago or so. How it's always and only day one. Don't count how long you've been sober. Don't count. Can I make it a day? Can I make it 2 days? It's always only day one. Be sober now. Don't harm yourself now. And it's always right now. Stay in that moment. Right now, don't harm yourself. Thanks to Selma who hid you. Steve says, Jason, thank you so much. Steve says, we're here for you also. Jay says there's an issue with YouTube. Sometimes you have to log out and then back in for it to refresh and allow chat. Your friends are here, Selma. Look, they're showing up here. Simpa says, Jace, and on phone, some chats on horizontal chat require you to turn the screen horizontal too, to enable the comments only sometimes. Ginger says, Naeem, go to a psychologist. We can't help you. You need to help yourself. I agree. What we can do is be a friend. We can give you space to share whatever it is you need to share, whatever it is you want to share. We can offer you love. The step to helping yourself is going to come from you. What's going to be the spark? I don't know. For Eckhart Tolle, he was going to kill himself. And he said, I can't live with myself any longer. That was going to be his last words. And it stopped him. And he considered, who is this I? I can't live with myself. Who is that I? Who is that myself? How can I not live with myself? As if it's two separate things. He wasn't enlightened in that moment, but it was a spark. Now he was curious. Who is that I that he can't live with any longer? What's the spark going to be for you? Be curious. Find out. Just Zena just whispered to me that she wants to go to the shop for a bar of chocolate and some cookies. I have to listen to her. Oh, of course. We can't. How could you deny Zena? It'll be okay, Selma. John says, Naeem, you should practice seeing yourself as if you were a scientist, analyzing an object or a phenomenon. It does give you a great perspective. Let's see. Bank says try and join her live stream. We get some heart emojis from Toy Pups. Gigi says, Nadim, are you there? So in just a few moments, I got to sign off, but I'll be back. Nadim, I live stream 3 times a day. I am available. My email address is on my page. What is it called? The main page. I forget what it's called. Send me an email. I will teach you breath work. I will teach you to meditate absolutely for free. I will share you my entire story of attempting to drink myself to death for a decade. And unfortunately, I did things even worse. Because I took my life so lightly, I put other people at risk. I still have nightmares. I've forgiven. I forgive. Don't want to say I've forgiven. I forgive all the stuff that I've been through. And I think I'm almost there. And I have a nightmare. Specific one. Where I was so close to, yes, killing myself, but unfortunately, taking other people with me. Drinking and driving. And I wake up, cold sweat, because in that dream, I was there. It was happening. It wasn't like you're dreaming. You are in that situation. But there's this sliver in that dream. Nowadays, it's that little sliver. Tell me I am not there. That it's a dream. And that I will wake up. And life will be different. There will be the real life in which I am sober, in which I am filled with joy, in which I am happy to listen and talk to people who come into my live stream no matter what they have to offer. So if you just send me an email and you just want to talk, that's fine. Bank says, gotta go. Sorry, that's okay. Nadim says, I've been trying to get rid of the addiction I've been going through. There's a slogan in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. You can never get enough of what you don't want. Meaning, you can battle your addiction, battle your addiction, battle your addiction. And here's what you have. You have a battle and you have an addiction. But you don't have sobriety. 12 steps, or the AA is not for everyone. But the 12 steps, that is a complete spiritual practice that leads to sobriety. The 12 steps is a beautiful expression of sobriety, and it lets you off the hook. Practice the 12 steps, even while you're drinking, even while you're messing up. Google right now, 12 steps. Start with the first one. It's an endless list. But guess what? The practice is the thing, not the end result. Who cares about the end result? Practice, 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 practice. Fall in love with the practice. And when you fall in love with the practice, you fall in love with life. And when you fall in love with life, you cherish it. And you will do nothing to jeopardize it. You will do nothing to jeopardize it. Hey, Alice. Alice says, hi, Yogi. Sniper says, Toy Pups, you know, when you give out wrenches, when they give out basic ones into managerial mods, they can't time out and ban other basic mods. Nadim says, I'm only 26 years old now. That's perfect. You got the rest of your life ahead of you. Perfect. I was 34 years old when drinking left my life. I didn't quit drinking. I didn't set out and say, I'm not going to drink anymore. I got pulled over. I was given a DWI and I was drunk. And I saw a light behind me of an off-duty state patrolman. who wasn't even he considered. He just swerved a little bit. I'll let him go. He told me this. He was picking up food for his family. And he said, nope, got to do it. Pulled me over. When I saw that light behind me, I was given a clear choice. If I wanted to, I never had to drink again. I didn't even have to make that choice. It was just there. For whatever reason, the next day I didn't drink. The next day I didn't drink. And now it's been 25 years. And it's always been just this moment. I'm not drinking now. I don't argue with myself. I don't fight myself. It's not even in my life any longer. And addiction can leave your life like that. But you got to be willing, and you got to be open, and you got to ask for it. Can I be sober? Can I be happy? Can I be at peace? Ask for a miracle. A miracle isn't something that happens out of nothing. A miracle is simply a shift in mindset. Can I be sober? Ask yourself, can you? Do you know? You might say no, but do you know for certain? Has there ever been a moment where you've ever been sober? If there has, even if you were only 6 years old, you know you can be sober. You know you can be sober again. You know you could be sober tomorrow. Here's what you don't know. If you harm yourself, you think you're escaping, you're not escaping anything. We never leave our problems, ever. However, we can step away. We can step away. We can step away from suffering. And you drink because you're suffering. And you don't need to suffer anymore, my friend. Ginger says, see ya, Yogi. Have a good day. Thank you, Ginger. You too. I'll be back later. Eric Point says, I tried telling Love who I thought it was, but she has a kind heart and doesn't think it could ever be the person I said. Have you mentioned months of certain things going on here that, we've actually have experienced? I'm not saying it is, but of course it's a possibility because we've seen it happen. Dean says, please give me some tips to leave alcohol addiction. Meditate. For one, meditate for the sake of meditation. Don't think about quitting drinking right now. That will happen. Live your life, live a life of service. Wake up in the morning, get out in nature. Get outside and get in nature as early as possible. Don't worry about anything else. Just get up and get out in nature. Come in, sit and meditate, and I will teach you how to meditate. Practice the 12 steps. I will help you with the 12 steps. Meditate later in the day. Do some exercise. Do some yoga. Drinking will leave your life. When you do positive things for yourself, you will get positive results for yourself. Drinking is a negative result, so you get negative results back. Just start doing positive stuff. Don't worry about quitting drinking. Do one positive thing for yourself today before you go to bed. One positive thing. Say a prayer. Forgive someone. Better yet, forgive yourself. Get outside and walk in nature. One positive thing. One positive thing. Tomorrow, when you wake up, let's do another positive thing. If you focus on that, I got to quit and I got to do it now, it's going to be a struggle. And the last thing you want in your life is one more struggle. You're struggling already. Let's give up the struggle. Do something kind. Be kind to yourself. Learn how to fall in love with yourself. It's possible because you are love. Hey, Corey, you're back. Welcome back, my friend. Trending has liked. Someone says, help me, somebody. Please, Emperor is sabotaging me. It's being fixed, Selma. It'll be taken care of. We've gotten some excellent advice from Squirrel Sniper and Jace. Eric Point says, not yet. I'll tell her to come to a live so I can explain it better with words. Gotcha. Let's see. John says, Nadim, sometimes it's your genetics that cause you to be addicted. That's why it's also important to see a licensed professional. Absolutely. Thank you for that, John. Corey says, yeah, what do you need? Corey says, so John, welcome back. Nadim says, currently I'm living in the United States, United Arab. Emirates. I always get that wrong. I apologize. Someone says, fine, puppy mommy. She's working on it right now for you. Corey says, are you in danger, Selma? Sniper says, John Doe, I totally disagree. Sniper says, Corey, enough. Corey says, oh, okay, my bad. It's okay, Corey. Steve says, thank you so much, Eric. Your words heal my wounds. Hey, again, reach out for me on email if you would like. Or if you're on Facebook, you can reach me on Facebook. Just look up Eric McCarty. Corey says, my bad, autocorrect. Nadim says, John Doe, thank you so much. Hey, Nadim, all these people care about you. Everyone here has, the busyness of life. And they took a few moments to be there for someone. If nothing ever happened on my YouTube channel again, if for whatever reason it fell completely apart, and the fact that I was here to see good people reach out to another good person for no other reason except they care, there you go. Success. Right here, just a yogi doing burpees in his basement has achieved YouTube success. Strangers deciding they're not strangers any longer, but they're friends. Corey says, thanks. I love you, puppy. Corey says, and Stuart let me sub. Stuart's a great guy. Stuart says, and Stuart's here. Stuart says, remember, don't wombat it, Yogi Barrett. Words of wisdom from our friend Stuart the Fish Whisperer. John says, goodbye, everyone. Nadim, I hope to see you in the chat again. Have a great day, friends. John, thank you. John is a good guy. Trending is here. Trending, my friend. Stuart says, hey, Jace, brother. Corey says, hey, guys, don't type until he goes down to us. Corey, I'm almost never down. I'm almost never caught up in a chat. I would say I'm barely ever caught up in a chat. Stuart says, how you doing, Yogi brother? Stuart, I'm doing pretty good, my friend. I'm actually getting ready to sign off. Trending is still here. Thank you. We got some emojis from Corey. Nadim says, I hope I will start loving myself from tomorrow onwards, I will be starting a new life as per your guidance, Eric. I love hearing that. And a new life is your inheritance. It's there. It's for you. We are with you, my friend. Corey says, hey, trending, are you really live? I believe she is. I have her up. Trending is live right now. Steve says, John Doe, thank you so much for your guidance. You're a real gem. He is. Corey says, Trending, congratulations on Mod. Trending's been a good friend for quite some time now. Corey says, good job. You earned it. Certainly did. Stuart says, you missed the first hello I sent you, Yogi. I'm sorry, Stuart. Let's see. Stuart had said, hello, Eric, my brother. How are you doing today? My spiritual leader of the Jelly Club. Thank you for that. Welcome. I am doing good, Stuart. I'm glad I caught that. Nadeem says, please need everyone's help and guidance to give me a new head start. We will be there for you, 100%. As of now, though, my friends, I need to sign off. I got some things that need to be taken care of. I will be live again in about, 2.5 hours or so? So, I do my best to be there for you guys, if needed. One thing to know for certain, sending you love. Nadeem, my friend, I'm sending you love. All of you guys. Again, I'm amazed. And I see it happen frequently. People out of the blue deciding they are no longer strangers, but they are there to help, support, and to love. Thank you. Thank you for that demonstration. Stuart, my friend, I hope to see you live soon. For completely selfish reasons. I miss seeing you live. It's one of the highlights of my day. So, again, Nadeem, we are there for you whenever you need it. My friends, again, thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you somewhere on YouTube. For sure, for certain. Remember, Trending Live is live. Follow Me Global has some new YouTube shorts up, and he's always funny. Love Our Toy Pups is live right now. So, I hope to see you guys over there. Love and blessings. I will see everyone later. I know I missed some comments. I apologize. I missed a comment from Chad. When I talk to God, and usually why we use curse one type of stuff, he doesn't give me a win once in a while. He does give me a win every once in a while. And it can happen again. Chad, same thing I said to Nadeem. Anytime you want to reach out, send me an email. Guys, sending love. I am signing off, Corey. I'll be back later. Take care, guys.